Alrighty, we're gonna do a quick mic test. Cody on the inside, he gets turned! Oh, the big one happens! Oh no! All these drivers have shared an incredible race, but this race can only come down to one winner. Here comes Fieldley swerving. Fieldley sits to the outside one, trying to come up with Brookmeyer. Here, Murata makes it 3 wide down the middle. Damon Murata wins the Daytona 250.
We made it. We took first. I want to thank my fans for watching me. I want to thank our team for playing.
It is time to finally shake it before you bake it as we go green flag at Daytona. Three rounds left, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the official Shake and Bake Racing League YouTube channel. As we are here once again, round number 8 of the kickoff season. 3 rounds left before we crown a champion. Round number 8, live from Michigan International Speedway. It's the Michigan Sprint 200, 100 laps. as we're just gonna get straight to it. Because why not? Straight to qualifying we go. Every driver got a great practice run. So we will see how this goes. Only 4 drivers competing today, it seems. So we will have a short field as we prepare for next week for the doubleheader season finale, Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for round number 9, the penultimate round, the Miami 200 at Homestead, and then the following night and Tuesday, the Championship 250 at Phoenix, where we will crown our first Shake and Bake Cup Series champion, as Jaden Newson has a purple sector already going for him. As Newson will be the first one to put a time. A 37.85. Carter Roy, 38.03. Charlie Jones with a 38.40. Carter Brookmeyer trying to get a time. He does with a 37.96, but it's not enough to grab pole, as Carter Brookmeyer sits behind Jaden Newson by just 2 points in the championship. He almost missed this race, as this race had to be delayed. Jaden Newson, does he find improvement? No, he does not. He will keep his time, as Carter Roy will find some improvement with 5/10 faster with a 37.80. And that is how they will sit on the grid. Wow.
Next session, please.
As let's try and get the next session here up and running. Alrighty, a short introduction for today. As let's see how this goes. Let's take a quick recap at our championship.
Dwayne, I can't see.
Dwayne, that was silly. Nobody can see what they're doing.
Oh boy, let's see what they have here.
No! You put it on right time. There's no lights on this track.
Just Homestead. Jaden, he didn't know that. It's fine.
Yeah, let's just run it. Let's just run it. It'll be fun.
Well, here we go. Getting ready to go green flag here at Michigan. It's time to shake it before you bake it and we go green flag. As it is nighttime at Michigan, and we did not intend it to be like this.
Black clear.
And I did give them the option to go to another session, but they said, screw it, we're gonna run with it, so we're gonna run with it. Carter Roy in the lead. We apologize if it's very dark in the live stream. But here we go. 100 laps around Michigan. Carter Roy, a great start. As Newton goes straight up down the inside and into the race lead. And Brookmeyer is gonna quickly follow up there. Actually, here, I'll see if I can somehow try and make this a little bit lighter. Hold on, guys. There we go. That should be much better.
Yo, Dwayne, we gotta restart this, dude.
Yeah, dude, we can't see.
Alrighty, there we go.
Okay, so where we're at right now, just start the race there.
Alright guys, give us a quick second. We're gonna try and restart this session real quick.
Oopsies, finger slip.
Give us a quick moment and we will be right back. Give us a minute, guys. We are loading up the new session right now. We should be back to go racing. We have a temporary red flag, and we will be restarting from the top. So give us like 10 to 15 minutes. Here, so it's not too boring, chat. Here, let's get the boys in the stream. There, the whole stream can hear y'all now.
Oh,
Hey.
perfect. What's up? Yo.
Yeah, I'll put
Hi, Mom.
music below. We're trying to figure out the damn problem with the session. Hold up, guys. Oh god, this turned into horrible. We're trying to figure out the damn problem with the session.
Okay.
Just I can hear the echo in the back.
Hold on, boys. We're almost there. We're almost there.
This is a strictly professional league. I
If
swear.
someone asks me to spin Dwayne right now in the comments, I'll do it.
Yeah, too.
Wait, did I say Dwayne or Jaden?
Hey, you said me.
Hey.
Tell me.
Oh yeah, Jaden. I met Jaden.
Yeah. Oh
I mean
god.
Jaden.
Yo, lower the echo. Alrighty, let's see here. Jaden, is it up?
Almost.
Well,
Nate, I'm just glad JJ didn't comment.
What other things would I be missing?
100 laps, full course yellows on, wave rounds on, lucky dog on, start zone.
Full course yellows. Sorry, start zone.
Hey Charlie, hear me out.
Restart starting type, rolling
On the
starts,
restart, we
restart
just
type,
both
double
make sure
file
in them
lock.
out.
Yep.
Make sure you make Dwayne an admin too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Enable start zone.
Yep. And the 3 from the 5 sliders at the bottom, full course yellows, wave rounds, and lucky dog.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Jaden, don't forget green white checkers.
Make sure you make Dwayne an admin too.
Green
How
white
many?
checkers.
Start zone.
As maximum green white checkers and
Yeah.
3 fast repairs.
Okay, it's going up.
Alrighty, there you go. Alrighty, boys. It's finally time. Alrighty, I'm going back. Alrighty, well, that was catastrophic. We are about to go underway. Session is going up, so we will see you all in a little bit.
Black dirt.
Alrighty, and we are finally back. We apologize for that delay. But we are back, and we should be good to go. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna check some settings real quick.
Black players.
Alrighty. Let me just do a quick settings check, because Jesus, I have a lot of stuff here. Alrighty, there we go. That should be good. Perfect. Alrighty guys, so we are officially back. Sorry that took long. We had a problem with the session itself. As you guys saw, it was very dark and it was very hard for the drivers to see. So we have to go into a new session, but thankfully that new session is now fully up and running. So we are good to go. The drivers are currently starting to get in here. They have 10 minutes to practice some more and the qualifying, so we will see how this goes. As since we have more time, we now have another driver trying to join in, so we will have hopefully a field of 5 going in. But alrighty. Let's take a look here very quickly at the current championship standings. Jaden Newson leads the championship by just 2 points with 248. Then it's 246 for Carter Brookmeyer, JJ Feely with 216, and Harold Wilson, Joshua Vickery, and Gino Zito. Those are your Fast 6 currently competing for the championship. The only ones eligible for the championship still are those 6. And with these 3 final rounds, it will be settled and whittled down until there is just 1 remaining. Of course, round 8 here, Michigan, 100 laps, 200 miles. And then next week, the doubleheader, Monday night, with the Miami 200 at Homestead and the Championship 250 at Phoenix to determine a champion. Jaden Newson, if he gets a top 3 or top 2, I believe, he can actually be set up to win the championship at Homestead. It depends on how the other drivers perform, so we will see how this goes. As you see there, drivers putting in some times there in the practice. Jaden Newson in the ASL 78, looking for his 3rd race win of the season, which should hopefully give him the push that he needs, that final push to crown him a champion. There's Carter Roy in the Bass Pro Shops 21. Hasn't made an appearance in a while, fortunately out of championship contention, but he is still looking to improve here and get the feeling of some tracks to get ready for Season 2 in late August. Season 2 should be a fun one, double the schedule with 20 rounds, 15 regular season, with the final 5 rounds being the playoffs, where there will only be 4 drivers competing for the championship. As we are getting ready to go here, underway, as practice is going to start coming to an end. As we are beginning here the qualifying.
We're doing it.
So here we go. Qualifying for the second time today is underway. Open qualifying, this time 5 minutes. As there are 4 teammates at Common Motorsports. And here comes Jaden Newson. Harold Wilson with the purple sector. Harold Wilson is, in fact, here today, as he is currently in 4th. He's still competing for the championship. Harold Wilson, what does he have? A 39.63, that's provisionary pool. Jaden Newson can't beat him. As we await further times. As Jaden Newson has a purple sector, Wilson with an orange sector. That can be very bad for him. As Newson is looking to take that pole back. Does he have it? Yes, he does. A 38.33. Carter Roy follows up with a 38.57. And Charlie Jones in a 3rd with a .83. So it's Newton, Roy, Jones, Wilson, still no win for Brookmeyer. As here comes the both of them once again. Roy and Newson. Any improvement? No improvement for neither of them. And Carter Brookmeyer, the only one that has a good chance of getting up to them. Brookmeyer's first run in 38.99, not fast enough, only able to get 4th. He's gonna try and push that 62 to the absolute limit. Only 2 points behind in the championship. He wants to bounce back. He wants that crown. He almost missed Michigan, as it was going to be yesterday. He had some health issues. But he is gladly here and ready for another race. Does he have any improvement? He does not. So, as we will keep it going here. 30 seconds remain. Can anyone find some more improvement, or will it stay how it is? Jaden Newson is out. He says that's enough to put in the pole position, and it will surely be enough. As Carter Brookmeyer does improve to 38.88, but it won't be enough to bump him up a position. And that is how the grid is gonna shape up. And there he goes. Alrighty, let's see here. As we are about to begin the Michigan Sprint 200.
Carter Roy gets an extra point for pole position.
For the first. To make up taking it from him.
Alrighty. Here we go. Everyone's starting to form up as we are ready to go underway. Let's take a look one final time at the championship standings as we are getting ready to rumble. Carter Roy gets his bonus point for the pole position. So let's see how this goes. Everyone's starting to grid up. As we will probably have to wait a little bit. So we will come right back.
Charlie's shifter disconnected. His shifter.
Alrighty, here we go. There is the grid. Jaden Newson, Carter Roy, Charlie Jones, Carter Brookmeyer, and Harold Wilson. Ignore my name. That's just a bug on the session. But we are getting ready to go underway. These last 3 rounds are gonna be a very clear decider to see who is the best fit for the crown. It's time to shake it before you bake it, and it's green flag in Michigan. And it's a great start for all of them. Charlie Jones had to come into the pits. He has an issue with his shifter. And that is not good. As he's now going to come out of pit lane. Here comes Carter Roy as he will instantly take the lead off his teammate. And Newson is going to look to fight back here. It's Roy, Newson, Brookmeyer, Wilson, single file action already. He's probably going to look for a bump and run here. As it's 2 Fords, 2 Toyotas, and 1 Chevy on the field. 2 stages. Stage breaks will be every 30 laps. Stage 1 at lap 30, Stage 2 at lap 16, and the final 40 laps we race for the win. As everything is going to get calmed pretty quickly. You won't be seeing a lot of pack racing here. But this will surely be an interesting one. As you can see there, everyone's starting to line up. Here comes Newton on the high lane. Can he make the stick already, or does he wait a little bit before making the move? It's only lap 4. As he goes into the outside wall, unsure what happened there. Looks like he got up maybe a little bit loose. But Carter Roy, who is out of championship contention, currently holds the lead. So Jaden Newson, as of right now, only 5 laps in. Obviously, since we're only 5 laps in, this won't really matter at the moment, but he currently has a clear path for a potential championship at Homestead instead of the finale at Phoenix. He has said that that is what he wants. He wants the championship and the opportunity for him to be able to win that. A race before the finale. That sounded amazing to him, and he's going to try anything possible to make it happen here tonight. As there's Carter Brookmeyer, currently trailing in 3rd, as Harold Wilson is going to try and get to him quickly. as Newson is gonna go down the low lane on his teammate. Does he have the lead? Yes, he does. Jaden Newson puts the gas on, and he is already into the lead. He put the pedal to the metal, and here comes Corduroy. He's gonna try and see if he can get that back. No success there. A 100 laps around Michigan. Just like any other track, gotta pay close attention to that fuel, those tires, anything that might be at risk. This race is going to be a little forgiving. Drivers do have 3 fast repairs. And as we've seen so far, if the race continues like this with pretty good spacing, we hopefully expect it to be a race with little to none cautions. Besides, of course, the yellows thrown for the stage brakes. As everyone is gonna get a gap wedged between them. Brookmeyer's gap to Newton 3 seconds. Then it's a second between him and Wilson, and now a second between Newson and Roy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Michigan Sprint 200 Round 8 of Season 1, with just 3 rounds remaining, and the doubleheader finale next week, Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Miami 200 Round 9 at Homestead, and then Tuesday night at that same time, the Championship 250 Round number 10, the finale at Phoenix. We are very excited, the drivers are excited, and for those watching, comment down below in the live chat. Number 1, who do you think will come out victorious here tonight at Michigan? And number 2, who do you think out of the current 6 drivers still available for championship contention, who do you think will come out on top and be crowned the first ever Shake and Bake Cup Series champion? As things get smooth pretty easily. Already in lap 12. And those gaps just continue to extend even further. We've talked about this on multiple occasions. Jaden Newson, one of those drivers that is very good at keeping it high and riding that outside lane. And Michigan is one of those tracks where that can be very, very crucial. Newson has won 2 races, those races being back-to-back, round 3 at Las Vegas and round 4 with the close finish at Talladega with JJ Fuelley, who was unfortunately out for tonight. Once again, his points at risk, but he will be back for Homestead, and he will try and make sure to get back into the championship fight, even if all it takes is 2 rounds. But a win tonight for Newson can be drastic. as Carter Roy is trying his best to just try and close that gap as much as he can. Now, the interesting thing here is Carter Roy obviously not contending for the title, so he can either try and help his teammate at Comet Motorsports go ahead in the championship, or he can just try and win this race for himself. As again, this is very, very good practice for going into Season 2 with clean points. And boy, are we excited for Season 2. We already have the schedule set. We haven't released it to the public yet. But it is 20 rounds, 15 regular season, with the final 5 being the playoffs. We're still determining how the playoff format will work. As of right now, it will be the Championship 4 who will compete for the Cup in those 5 rounds. But we will see how that goes. As you can clearly see there, the gap between Brookmeyer and Wilson has been closed quite a lot. It's still a second, but Wilson is slowly getting up there. Especially now that every single driver doesn't really have any draft to help them get into a better position. And another factor that comes in is that dirty air, so we will see how this turns out. As Wilson is right there with Brookmeyer. As this is the battle for third. Harold Wilson to the inside of the 62 Toyota, who's looking to make the move to Chevy for Season 2. As in the number 83 for next season, you're looking at the new owner of the Toyota team. As Wilson will try once again. And just like Carter Roy and Jaden Newson, Carter Brookmeyer and Harold Wilson, do they try and help each other? The key difference here is that both of these drivers are still in it. They still have a chance to grab that championship. Brookmeyer sits second, Wilson sits fourth. So it will be interesting how this turns out. As Wilson is into the outside wall. The gap between Newston and Roy has extended to 2 seconds. He's gonna try and go on that low lane again. Both at 199. Brookmeyer is gonna hit the outside wall. Will this give Wilson just a little bit of a boost that he needs? As already 10 to go on stage 1. And he is right on the tail of that 62. Carter Roy here. Slowly actually closing the gap on his teammate. But he still has some work to do. Charlie Jones in the back unfortunately had to come into pit lane coming into the green flag, as he had a mechanical issue with his shifter. He got it fixed, but that cost him a lot of time, so he's gonna have to wait for that yellow flag. Oh, and Brookmeyer there got a little wobbly out of that bump on the wall. As we've seen a lot of drivers bump that outside wall. As Wilson is closing the gap. He could potentially go for a pass here to try and set him up and get his preferred line coming to the stage restart. As for Knudsen and Roy, the 2-second gap has extended to a 2.5-second gap, so this will be interesting as here comes Harold Wilson on the inside of Carter Brookmeyer. They touch doors, now into turn 3, and Harold Wilson gets touched a little bit by Brookmeyer. He manages to keep it going, and he takes 3rd place away. He got tapped a little bit, got a little loose, but he manages to keep it going, and here comes Brookmeyer to try and take that top 3 spot back, and he does. Some contact between teammates, that's definitely what you don't want to see, as Harold Wilson is going to fight that position back coming out of turn 2, and he does have top 3 position back. Contact between teammates, that's not really what you want, as these two will soon be former teammates. But Harold Wilson finally has that 3rd place spot secured. With 5 to go on stage 1. But man, door banging, and then that little clip on the bumper of Wilson by Brookmeyer. But Harold Wilson, if you've seen the past races, this man does an incredible job of saving that number 83 Toyota. He has had an incredible amount of saves, and they have been insane. That is definitely one of his highlights this season. The amount of saves that this man has done. Not just normal saves like that, but almost saves like that he's gone almost fully sideways. As the gap between Knudsen and Carter Roy will officially dwindle down to 3 seconds. As Knudsen is just pushing that 78 to his absolute limit. He wants nothing but the win here tonight. Runner-up won't do it. He wants that car on victory lane, and that 3-second gap will quickly turn into 4.5 with 2 to go on stage 1. And Harold Wilson and Carter Brookmeyer will actually get a gap of themselves, so the 3-second gap between them. So we shall see how this goes. There's Brookmeyer trying to catch his teammate back to get into the top 3 spot. As we go 1 to go on stage 1. And so far, this is looking like a very dominant fashion of that 78. We could see another clean sweep. As Jaden Newson will come home and he will take stage number 1. So that's the stage. We will get air. Oh, Newton there, a little bit of a shake-up going under braking. As we will get everyone regrouped and we will go back to racing once again. So now everyone here is going to get that opportunity back.
Wave Charlie around.
Charlie's on the right. No.
Never mind.
As we're getting ready here and set for stage number 2. Oh, and there's
Check up attitude.
Corduroy hitting the outside wall. Let's see everyone here go back at it. So, stage caution, we can expect to see some, if not all, drivers enter pit lane here. And we will. Corduroy in, Newson in, Wilson and Brookmeyer in, and yep, there goes everyone. So here we go. Here's Corduroy coming into the stall. Who wins the race off pit road? As there may be some repairs here coming into play. And it's Jaden Newson who comes out of pit road first. And then it's going to be Harold Wilson, Brookmeyer, and Charlie Jones. So we stay as it is. As we get ready to go here, let's actually go on board with Jaden Newson real quick.
Check up corner 3.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I got you.
There we go. Hello, Jaden.
How you doing?
Good, thank you for asking. You're currently on board here at the Michigan Sprint 200. Obviously, a dominant stage 1 for you. And you have been on the talks, of course. How does it feel knowing that a race win here tonight could potentially give you a chance to win the championship already from the get-go at Homestead?
I'm really just liking the Ford domination here. Carteroy is doing a fantastic job. race with me here. Good teamwork, getting us pure domination with the Ford. So hopefully we can keep this up and bring home a trophy and hopefully a championship trophy in the next week.
All right, wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Here we go. Getting ready to light off stage number 2. And it is green flag back at Michigan. That outside lane had a little bit of a trouble moving there on the green. Great start for Newson, great start for Wilson. As there is the 2 Carters, Charlie Jones now in the mix. Back from the mechanical failure at the start. So we'll see how this goes now. Carter Roy to the inside of Wilson. He has the move done. And Brookmeyer will quickly follow up on his teammate. And he does. And now here comes Carter Roy on the inside of Jaden Newson. And he has the lead. Brookmeyer now trying to come by. On the low lane, Carter Roy just swooped past everyone, says thank you very much for the race lead, and he will continue lead coming to backstretch. Charlie Jones past Wilson. As now it sits Carter Roy, Newson, Brookmeyer, Jones, and Wilson. As here comes Newson, tried to go low. Carter Roy will stay down there to defend. As we will start going single file here. As there is the pack of the field. Carter Roy just doing a good job at keeping it down there, preventing anyone from going on the inside lane, which is the lane that's been causing a lot of passes and a lot of overtakes. Brookmeyer now trying to go to battle with the Fords. As here comes Newson down the low lane. Carter Roy forgot about that. He still has it good. And now Roy will go back to defend that low lane. Brookmeyer into the outside wall. Coming out of turn 2. Charlie Jones now looking for an opportunity for a potential overtake. As these two are still battling it out. And Roy is just going to keep it down there. Here comes Charlie Jones. Down the inside of Carter Brookmeyer. Does he have third spot? Yes, he does. Whoa! Could have just been from the camera angle, but it looked like that was a close call as Carter Brookmeyer is going to look to clap back. Coming out of turn 4, he's still not clear. And he will remain in 4th. Oh, we have trouble. Charlie Jones is around contact with Carter Brookmeyer. And we have our first caution of the race. Contact between Brookmeyer and Jones. On what appeared to be Jones trying to go for the overtake. We'll take a replay of that, but that will be the first caution of the Michigan Sprint 200.
Check up on back section.
As this is going to give everyone a clean way to go once again in pit lane if they want to restock. Let's try and go here. Charlie Jones, what exactly happened there? There it is. Went down. Just clipped the front of Carter Brookmeyer coming to the turn. And that is just unfortunate. Brookmeyer came up. Maybe he thought he was clear on the high lane. And he just was barely there. And he unfortunately clips the number 3. Manages to keep it going, but he was sideways. And then, of course, he lost control of the car there. So that will be enough to throw the caution. As you can see there, the big impact on the outside wall. As everyone coming in to pit lane, it will be once again Jaden Newson who comes out in front. As it's Carter Roy, Harold Wilson, Carter Brookmeyer, and Charlie Jones. So we will get regrouped once again. And we are gonna get ready to go green. As the first caution will be caused by the 62 into 3. That looked like a little bit of miscommunication perhaps between Carter Brookmeyer and his spotter. Maybe thought he was clear and was unfortunately not. First place and third place can pick their lanes. Token 5th. Here we go. First place, third place, pick their lanes. 5th can go wherever he wants, really, because he doesn't have a car beside him. So both Newson and Wilson will choose the outside lane. As we are getting ready to rumble once again. It will be the Fords huddled up at the front, the Toyotas huddled up in the middle, sandwiched by the Chevy in the back. Here we go. in the restart zone, and we are green flag once again. Jaden Newson doesn't hesitate at all. He says, let's get this over with, as it's 3 wide coming into turn 1. Roy, Wilson, Brookmeyer. 3 wide at the restart. And my goodness, what a dramatic start that was, as here comes Brookmeyer on Roy into turn 3 down the inside. He may be looking here for a pass on Newson, maybe, as Newson will go down the block with just 5 to go. Oh, sorry, 15 to go on stage 2. And here comes Brookmeyer. Carter Roy looked like he was trying to make it 3 wide as Brookmeyer is into the wall. And he is hit hard. Oh no! And that will bring out the second caution. Wow! A dramatic restart. Looks like everyone had it under control, but it got a little bit too hectic there in the back, and that will cause the second caution of the race. Looked like it was Brookmeyer and Wilson who got in with, and there may be some retaliation.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
There is Carter Brookmeyer on the radio. We'll take a closer replay to see what exactly happened. So that is Harold Wilson. There got hit by his teammate, and he just goes off, and he somehow manages to keep it going. Wow. Like we were talking earlier, this man does a great job at saving those, and he just proved our point there. As that is Carter Brookmeyer and Harold Wilson on pit lane. And they're going to come out rather quickly. So, second caution of the night, just 3 laps after the first caution restart. As we're gonna get ready to go here, underway. But here we go.
A little warning next time, please.
Into the restart zone, and we're green flag once again at Michigan. A quick caution, everyone had a great start. As Brookmeyer are going to go side by side with the other Carter. He's going to go to the inside of Jaden Newson. And Newson will continue going down the outside. Oh, there may be a little clip there between both quarters. Coming into turn 1. Brookmeyer and Roy side by side. He gets bamped. He gets bumped. As they almost go 3 wide. And now everyone is going to get clumbled up here. You gotta watch out for that. Brookmeyer looked like he checked up a little bit. He said, hold up. There may be a wreck here as everyone got clobbered up. Jaden Newson will continue to lead this race. It's Carter Roy second, followed by Harold Wilson, Charlie Jones, and Carter Brookmeyer, who backed out of the huge pack that formed. As Harold is into the outside wall. 10 laps to go on stage 2. Charlie Jones may be looking here for a number 2 spot. He hasn't done a better spot since 3rd. So we shall see how this turns out. Brookmeyer on Charlie Jones. There was contact between these two earlier. We will see how this goes. Side by side, Jones goes to the inside. Looking to remain in 4th. But Brookmeyer looks like he has a prominent run down the outside. And he does. Brookmeyer moves up to 4th. With just 8 to go. And he may be looking here for the top 3 once again over his teammate. As Newson looked like he was riding the outside wall there a little bit. And Brookmeyer almost did too. The inside lane has definitely proven to be the better line for overtakes. Obviously, there's been some overtakes on that outside lane, but that low lane is what we are mostly seen tonight. Carter Roy looking to close the gap on Newson. Out of turn 4, coming to 5 to go on stage 2. As he may be impacting the outside wall here, he does chip it a little bit. And it looks like Harold may go and take opportunity of that. Harold Wilson conquered the road course of the season in Fort Watkins Glen. He said himself that he is a road course guy, and he proved it with the race win at Watkins Glen. He could be looking for his second race win here tonight. After all, he is still in the championship fight. Will that change after the results? We shall see. As here's the battle for fourth between Carter Brookmeyer and Charlie Jones. Jones down the inside. And once again, that low lane proving to be better for overtakes, as Jones is going to quickly swoop back into P4. On the backstretch with 3 to go. And everyone will stay where they are, as a pretty big gap between the Fords and the rest of the pack has formed. And Jones may be looking for a move here on Harold. Down the inside, does Harold block? Yes, he does. One to go on stage number 2. And it looks to be Jaden Newson once again who will take a stage victory. Carter Roy is closing in. Does he have enough run to catch him in these last 2 turns? Don't think it will be possible, as Jaden Newson wins the second stage of the race. Oh, and Newson wipes out!
I'm an idiot.
Oh, what has happened there? Jaden Newson wipes out on his own.
It's alright, I can fix it. It just snapped.
And he will have to come into pit lane now, not only for some tires and fuel, but for some repairs as well. I believe he does have some fast repairs left. But that just took me by surprise. Crossed the line, got the stage 2 win, and just loses control of the car and shoots up into the outside wall. Wow. As you heard there in the number 78 radio, Newson was a little frustrated with that, reasonably so, obviously. He was not happy with himself after that. So we will go back here and we will take a stage break as we get ready to go for these final 40 laps to determine our round 8 race winner. And of course, as expected, everyone is gonna come in. So, once again, race off pit road. Who will get it done? All drivers in. Brookmeyer comes out first, and he will have the lead of this race. Wow. What a wonderful stop for Carter Brookmeyer there.
Jaden had to take a pee. He's going to be back.
As Newson, as you heard there on the radio. It will take a while. As he was looking to start from the back, regardless, he did have some damage that he had to repair. But that is just unfortunate. If you're leading the race for that long and you wipe out by yourself. As let's try and go here on board with Carter Brookmeyer.
Sorry guys, had to go to the washer.
Carter, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Carter Brookmeyer, you're currently on board. Obviously, coming off a race win at Atlanta. Now you win the race off pit road. Final 40 laps of this race. Now we race for the win. How do you expect to improve to try and keep this race lead and try and go back-to-back to get into the championship fight?
I just got to be smart and stop trying to pass on that bottom line when I know I'm not going to make the corner. But otherwise, I just need to keep this high line, don't let him get much clean air, and just hold him off the rest of the race.
Alright, appreciate it for the time. Best of good luck to you. So here we go. Final stage. Final 40 laps. And like we say it, we are now going to race for all the marbles. A race win right here for 3 of these drivers, of course those being the ones that are still for contention of the championship, can determine not only the race win, but can also determine a won or lost championship, as we are green flag at Michigan. Once again, great start for Brookmeyer. And he's going to quickly take advantage of that controlled start. Rolling down the low lane. He's been using that quite often. It has paid off a lot. As here comes Charlie Jones now. Corduroy getting a bump from his teammate. And this is the first time that Jaden Newson has been at the back of the pack the entire race. Newson and Jones side by side. Here comes Carter Roy down the low lane. No one is going to try and block that inside. As Carter Roy is going to move into P2. Wilson moves down. Newson moves up. Jones moves down. It's a domino effect as the Fords are going to go down the inside. Brookmeyer, no interest in blocking low. As both Carters go side by side to the line. And Charlie Jones now, there in the back. Trying to get P4 back. They touch doors. And Carter Roy is in. Or is he? Here comes Brookmeyer to fight it back. Wilson is going to go down with him. The Ford and Toyota switch. As the Fords are at the bottom, now the Toyotas are going to move at the bottom. And Harold Wilson trying to give Brookmeyer a push, won't be enough. And whoa! Big risky move by Brookmeyer to get into the gap. Wilson and Jones touch doors. And the Fords are gonna take over once again. Wow, Toyotas at Badass Racing had the lead for a little bit, but those Comet Motorsport Fords are gonna quickly take over. As Carter Brookmeyer is actually gonna come into pit lane, unsure what the decision there was, but he is gonna get called in, and Brookmeyer is gonna come into pit lane. There may be some damage that we are unaware of with that 62. But oh my. It's a 17.5 second stop. So there was definitely some repairs there needed for the 62 machine. The only thing I could guess right now was that could have been because of the bump on the outside wall that he had coming out of turn 2. But other than that, unsure what that could have been. As we reach 31 laps to go. And Brookmeyer will be a lap down. As for Carter Brookmeyer, P2 in the standings, a finish that low can greatly affect them. Here comes Newson on the inside. They touch doors! Oh, and it's a caution! The teammates get into it! Oh, no! What we talked about earlier, contact between teammates, that's something you don't want to see between Harold Wilson and Carter Brookmeyer. Now it's going to be the Fords, Carter Roy, and Jaden Newson get into it as Newson was trying to take over the lead on the inside. Wow. Unbelievable. That will be the third caution of the night.
No wave run?
Dwayne, whose fault was that?
So let's take a look at the replay. But that is very bizarre. Here is the contact between Carter Roy and Newson. Newson looked like he came up. Let's take a closer look at that once again. Carter Roy holding the line. And Newson is the one that comes up. That will be on the 78.
I'm so sorry, Carter.
Thanks for the wave run.
But that is just unfortunate for both drivers. That is clearly not what they wanted. And there is some damage on that 21. So everyone's going to come to pit lane except Carter Brookmeyer, who is going to stay out to get the wave around. So he will be leading this race coming to the restart. So the two championship contenders, the top two championship contenders, will be side by side coming to the green flag unless Carter Brookmeyer pits, in which he will.
Black clear.
As we will see here. Carter Brookmeyer is going to dip into pit lane last minute. With 1 to green. Once again, a odd call into pit lane by the 62 crew. Let's see how this turns out. Here we go. It is still anyone's race. It's time to shake it before you bake it once again. The green flag, 26 laps to go at Michigan. And it's a great start for everyone. Newston back into the race lead. Carter Roy and Harold Wilson side by side. Charlie Jones and Carter Brookmeyer side by side. 3 wide. As Jones goes into the inside. And once again, that inside line proving to be the best one for overtakes. Charlie Jones has P3 back. As we will see here between these two. As Carter Roy may be attempting to look for a move here. The question is, when does he do it? Here comes Carter Roy down the inside. Side by side, doors almost touching. Into turn 3, still side by side. Now coming out of 4. Newson will still hold the lead. As they may be teammates, but this is still anyone's race. This will be very exciting. Carter Roy dips to the inside once again. Does he have it done? He does not. Newton is going to stay down low. This will be an interesting finish to watch. As they're still there, no one wants to give the edge. Carter Roy just doesn't look like he has enough of a slingshot to get there. That dirty air coming into effect as he finally gets through Newson and back into the lead. So this will be interesting how both Fords will either work or rival each other, as we are officially only 20 laps to go here at Michigan. Carter Roy goes high, blocks his teammate. As they're gonna continue to duke it out. As everyone just trying to maintain with the rest of the pack. Carter Roy, who hasn't won a race yet, I believe his best finish was the top 3. But despite not being able to contend for the championship anymore, a win right here would be incredible for the 21. He has been winless. Does Carter Roy have his first race win here tonight? 18 laps to go. The gap seems to just slowly be extending. As a race win compared to a runner-up position won't be too affecting. I mean, it will still be effective for Newson on the points, but it won't be as effective as a race win, so other drivers might have a better chance at Homestead. And they are still trying their best. 16 laps to go. Newson can try and set up a pass for a future lap. As Carteroy, that might have been a little bit of an error there coming out of 4. But the center of attention is currently on these two Fords right here. Teammates at Common Motorsports. Obviously, Newson, team owner. Carteroy, still unknown whether he will stay at Common Motorsports or not. As I believe we don't have confirmation yet of a contract signing. But this will be an entertaining match to watch between teammates coming down to those last couple of laps. Does Carteroy try and get his first race win? Oh, and we have a crash. Carter Brookmeyer. What has happened there? That may be the end of that 62. Caution will come out with just a little bit over 10 laps to go. And this is what happened. Wow. What exactly happened there? Come out of the turn, hits the outside wall, and just goes straight back in. That was out of turn 4. As Carter Brookmeyer wipes out. And that caution will shake up everything. So this won't be shake and bake overtime just yet. However, if a yellow is thrown after this, that will most certainly be overtime. We will be restarting with about 9 laps to go. And Carteroy is staying out. He wants that track position. Unless he decides to pit. Nah, afterwards. Newson, however, decides to come in. Get some fuel, maybe a fresh set of tires. But that is drastic for that number 62. As we will start getting everyone lined up here once again. Coming up to what may be the last restart of the race before we see the checkered flag. I would just like to thank everyone out there that watches our streams that's been keeping up with Season 1. Season 2 is gonna be 10 times better. We cannot wait for the future of this racing league, even though it's pretty small so far. Everyone associated with the league has been having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun commentating these races. Has been amazing. So thank you to everyone out there that watches our streams. And we will try and grow this even more. So here we go. 1 to green. We will be restarting with 10 laps to go. And everyone is fully regrouped once again. Last restart of the race. Assuming, of course, we don't go into overtime, this is where everything is settled. A 10-lap sprint. And this is going to be crucial for the championship. Last 3 rounds, those championship standings are tight. Let's see how this one turns out. In the restart zone, green flag once again at Michigan for what may be the final time. Houston and Wilson are going to immediately jump up to try and catch that grab. Here comes Carter Brookmeyer down the middle. Let's see how this one turns out. Harold Wilson down the inside of Carter Brookmeyer. Coming into third, he does have third. It is anyone's game, anyone's race. Here comes Carter Brookmeyer with the switcheroo. And here comes Jaden Newson down the inside for the race lead against his teammate. They're still side by side. Still side by side, and Newton is into the race lead, coming to 8 to go. Carter Roy is going to try and fight it back. Down the inside, same move that he did. Into the backstretch, and there's a car. What has happened there? Thought there was maybe a car that slipped, but we are still green. Harold Wilson coming into the equation. Goes in a second. Harold Wilson might be coming into the equation when we thought it was just Newton and Roy. 7 to go. Out of turn 2, Wilson does not have enough fuel. It's going to fall back behind Jaden. Oh boy. This will be very entertaining to see how it plays out. Into the backstretch, 6 laps to go. How do you play this out? If you're Harold Wilson and Carter Roy, how do you try to defend this and keep the lead? If you're Jaden Newson, you're 6 laps away from a 3rd race win and from a potential secured championship. Harold cannot let that gap get any more spacious. As he's going to scrape the outside wall, he lost a ton of momentum there. As Carter Roy is going to try his best to catch up to Harold Wilson. Does he have anything? And that gap between Harold Wilson and Jaden Newson is extending a lot. It is 1 second. Carter Roy is 0.5 seconds away from Wilson. Wilson almost a second away from Newson. And you can see they're just trying to close in as much as they can. Carter Roy closing the gap on Harold. And the gap between him and Jaden has extended a lot. Jaden might have secured it already. As they're still going to try and close out as much as they can. But they are there. They're going to try and fight that per second. A 1 second gap. We might see another clean sweep. White flag. 1 to go at Michigan. Jaden Newson out of turn 2. Some struggles at the beginning of the season weren't enough to stop this man. He got his race win at Las Vegas in dominant fashion with a clean sweep. A close tight finish at Talladega back-to-back. And now Jaden Newson will become a third-time race winner. And he is just an inch away from the championship. Jaden Newson victorious from Michigan.
Let's go.
Congrats, Jaden.
Let's go.
And this shakes up the championship like never before. Wow! It is 1, 2, 3 race wins this season for the 78 Ford machine. And he will gladly go burn that down. And Jaden Newson, not only a clean sweep and a race win, but the fastest lap as well with a 38.51, a bonus point to push him even further into the championship lead. As let's try and get these results in here. My goodness. So let's take a look here. Wow. Here are the official race results. Jaden Newston, race winner of the Michigan Sprint 200. It's Harold Wilson P2. Carter Roy just shy of his first race win in third. It's Charlie Jones fourth. Carter Brookmeyer with a heartbreak in fifth. The question is, how does this shake up the championship? Jaden Newson, a 11-point lead of Carter Brookmeyer. 289 points, Brookmeyer with 278. Harold Wilson moves up to third with 237. JJ Fieldley, unfortunately, still there with fourth. And Vickery and Zito remain, as Carter Roy will move up quite a lot into 7th. And so will Charlie Jones in 10th. But my goodness. As let's try and get the drivers here coming in to start off the post-race interviews. Wow. Alrighty, let's get these post-race interviews started. And of course, we have to start our race winner, Jaden Newson. Let's get him up here. Oh boy. Oh, you can hear, I can hear the echo.
How you doing?
Hey,
Yeah, no, I
Kid?
got you. Hold on. There we go.
Jaden Newson, the Michigan Sprint 200 race winner. Jaden, of course, race winner here today. Third race win of the season. And now you have a chance to potentially win the championship at Homestead. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to Carter Roy for when I clipped him there. I couldn't see him at all, and I thought he'd be higher up the track, and it's my bad. I didn't mean to at all. And for wrecking after the stage, I don't know what I'm doing. Felt like Scott McLaughlin is what I said, so definitely not to the same extent, but same idea, you know. Other than that, I think the race went really well. Both me and Carter were super fast. Fords were running up front all day. I think we deserved it. Had some good pit stops and just executed all day.
And yeah, you haven't raced with Carter Roy in a while as he's been absent. But yeah, how did you feel about just complete Ford domination? And not only that, just your personal domination as well with both stage wins. And then, of course, the race win plus a bonus point for the fastest lap with the 38.51. How do you feel going into Homestead knowing that result?
Oh, I mean, I was extremely happy with me and Carter today. He ran super fast, just really clean, good race overall. I feel like it was really me and him battling for most of it, and it was just yeah, it was impressive, and I'm happy with the results. I think that this will carry on to Homestead. It's a track that I really like. I like the same. It's kind of the same driving style with the high line and trying to wrap it. So I think we'll do good there.
Alrighty. Any more shout-outs that you would like to do?
Just my sponsors and my team, ASL Can Racing and Comet Motorsports, just brought a fast car today, and can't do it without them.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best going into Homestead and both Phoenix next week.
Appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks, you too. Alright, let's get Carter Brookmeyer in here. The P2 in the championship standings. There you go. Carter, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Alright, Carter. It was a sweep a bitter race for you today. Obviously, you were battling for the front of the pack, but walk us through that crash when you wiped out by yourself on those last laps. What really happened there?
No. Well, just like all the other miles and a halves and 2 miles and all that, it just goes tight on me from nothing to tight. So I just hate these Toyotas. I could finally say it because I'm for sure going to Chevy next year. Hands down, I'm not staying with these Toyotas. I just hate their driving style. I hate everything about them.
Alrighty, and of course, you're still second place in the championship standings. You're just 11 points behind Jaden Newson. How do you feel about that, and what do you look to improve going into Homestead and Phoenix next week?
Phoenix, I'm fairly good at Phoenix. Struggle at Miami, but if I just stay consistent, that's my biggest concern at Miami. Consistency along that wall. You just gotta hold that brake, and as soon as you let off, you better be on that throttle.
Alrighty. Is there any shoutouts that you would like to do?
No, but I want to apologize to Charlie and Harold and Carter and Jaden for just being stupid, just not understanding my car, and really just running into all of them, just like in a demolition derby.
Alrighty. Wishing you the best going into both Homestead and Phoenix next week.
Yep.
Alrighty, let's get in here. You're a P2 finisher, Harold Wilson. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Harold, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, Harold. Obviously, a great race for you. A P2 finish. That's your next best finish, obviously, following the race win at Watkins Glen. But how do you feel knowing that you're back in the championship fight? And not only that, thanks to J.J. Feely's absence, you have moved up from 4th to 3rd into the standings. So how do you feel knowing that going to Homestead and Phoenix, and knowing that there's still a slight chance that you could be crowned champion?
Feels pretty good. Didn't had very limited practice coming in here today, so I'm glad I finished P2 for the second week in a row. Hopefully, I can get that P1, maybe move up a little bit further in the points.
Yeah, and of course you were working there with Carter Brookmeyer a little bit, trying to overtake those Fords. But how do you feel about not only your performance tonight, but obviously the Toyotas working with Carter Brookmeyer as well?
I've been doing pretty decent in my Toyota. But I don't know what I'm doing, so it might be just the luck of the draw for me. It's nice he's still working with me for now, and I hope we both finish out strong.
And coming into next season, how do you feel knowing that you're going to be the next team owner of the Toyota team?
Feels pretty good. I'm hoping to get a couple other guys on my team so we can work together.
Alrighty, is there any shoutouts that you would like to do?
Shout out to everybody watching, and I hope to go get them next week.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best going into the doubleheader next week.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, your P3 finisher, Carter Roy, who we haven't seen in a while. Let's get him up here. There you go.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Carter, obviously you've been absent for quite a lot of time, but coming back now here at round 8, obviously knowing that you don't have a contention for the championship, but you still did very good. You were at the front of the pack for most of the time. How did it feel running at the front of the pack against your own teammate?
Honestly, just being absent so long, I was kind of nervous for this race, but I don't know, car was just, we're hauling ass all day long. I mean, felt good to be back on the track. But battling with Jaden, I don't know, I was having a real good time, to be honest. It was fun. But I'm not taking him wrecking me or nothing to the heart or nothing. Shit happens, but.
And obviously you were just slightly there from your first race win. Now coming to the next week with the doubleheader at Homestead or Phoenix, are you looking to try and go for your first race win, or are you just looking to get just a little bit more practice, just a little bit more experience to go into Season 2 in August?
Honestly, yeah, I'm just looking for, some more practice and just looking to really have fun, maybe move up a little bit in points. But I'm really just here for fun.
Alrighty. Is there any shoutouts that you'd like to do?
Shout out Jaden for, running real good today. It was fun.
Alrighty.
Other than that, there's no one else.
Thank you for your time. Wishing you the best going into next week. Alrighty, last but not least, Charlie Jones at P4. Let's get him up here. Hello there.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, how you
Hello.
doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, thank you for asking. Charlie, the
Good.
only Chevy here tonight. How did you feel knowing that you were the only Chevy competing with both of the Fords and both of the Toyotas?
Lonely, but a challenge nonetheless. It's
Honestly,
cool.
you were at the middle of the pack most of the time. Pretty good race for you. How do you feel going into next week? About the same question that I asked Carter Roy. Obviously, you don't have much of the contention for the championship, but how do you
Sure,
feel
sure.
going to next week, trying to get more practice in, more experience in for season 2?
What are we at? Homestead next week?
Yep, Homestead and Phoenix next week.
Yeah, Homestead is a fun track. That's one of my favorite tracks. So I'm hoping I run uh, decently well with that. It's fun ripping the wall there and finding the different lines there that you can get to make runs and make passes. So that's always been a favorite of mine. So I should show up and do pretty decent. As far as Michigan, my car was good. I liked it, but I just there was just some times where I felt like I couldn't push it as hard as I wanted to. I started really pushing it there at the end, and then I slid and hit the wall. So I was kind of keeping it even keel for most of that, but it was good. It was a good fun race, and I'm not very good at Michigan, so I'm pretty happy with how the race went, even though the beginning didn't start off too well. My shifter not working right.
Yeah, you did have that mechanical failure with your shifter, but at the end you managed to fix it and you managed to run a pretty good
Sure.
race. Is there any shoutouts that you would like to do?
No, just everybody. Everybody's great. It was a lot of fun. We couldn't do it without everybody. So I just look forward to next week and running well, and I just appreciate everybody's time. It's good stuff.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best going to the doubleheader next week with Homestead and Phoenix.
Thanks. We'll catch you then.
Yep. Alrighty, and that will do it for today, round number 8 at Michigan. Thank you all very much for watching. Obviously, if you haven't already known yet, we are currently looking for more drivers looking to recruit for Season 2. Season 2 starts in August. 20 rounds, 15 regular season, and 5 playoffs. So if you would like to join the league, comment down below and let us know, and we'll be gladly accepting some more drivers. Of course, next week, looking forward to the season finale doubleheader, Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, round 9, the Miami 200 at Homestead. And then the following night after that, Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the season finale, round 10, the Championship 250 at Phoenix. We'll be looking forward to that, and should be a pretty entertaining next week. With that being said, thank you very much for watching. This is Doing Crestwell, also known as Vibes on YouTube, and we will catch you next week. Peace out, and have a good night, folks.